Just a sec.
I'm Seamus. Thank you so much for coming.
You've got a great cause worth fighting for. I couldn't wait to get here. That said, I expected, well, more people?
So far, there's only the two of us.
But we're highly motivated.
Well, it's a start.
Some people I knew already were dear friends of mine, like little gray cells, and just my stupid opinion.
Lots of interesting things. This is absolutely abominable, and the RCMP are really in the shit here, and they know it.
Hi, I'm not really sure what I'm doing here, but I think it's time that I needed to speak up.
The following program is brought to you in living color.
Something watching on TV, horror movie, you shut it off a good bit. We can't shut this off. Every time we close our eyes, the horror movie turns on. So I know for myself, when I close my eyes, I go try to go to bed, picture my parents being shot.
Trying to piece together a story that seems so unbelievable.
Let's have a look at this. I'm going to pause it periodically, and I'm going to try and not lose my shit because I was really angry. Really angry. I'm getting really pissed now. I'll preface this by saying I'm strongly urging all of the victims in this, the victims' families, to launch a class action lawsuit against the RCMP, and I would just love to have the RCMP under discovery. I have a lot of questions, and I'm sure a lawyer would too.
Mounted Police and their stories. Stories of their courage. Stories of their lives filled with hazard, romance, and adventure. The RCMP story this week, Gunslinger.
Oh my goodness, how many windows do I have open? All right. Are we going here? I think so. Morning, afternoon down there. Noon, lunchtime. Okay, so it's not a crazy hour. May do a couple of streams, we don't know. I never know exactly what's going on. I got lots of stuff to talk about. I have to unload my plate because there's just too much. My head is overloaded. So we're gonna have to deal with some of that. Just get it out, and then somebody was saying, what's the point in storing it all? Gotta keep some things, some salvos, you know. I like to do that. Anyway, Lynn, afternoon. Paul Kimber, it's still morning for Paul. Tony Flapjack, what's going on? Alex, chai tea. You have your tea? You always have your tea. Kendall. Long time no talk. Lynn, what's going on? Going good, I hope. with the flamey. I don't know what that is. A flamey. Not sure. Can you all see or hear? Or is Paul having some issues? Are we having some? I had some technical difficulty getting on. Suddenly, all of a sudden, my Google froze just as I was going to start. And I'm like, that's not very nice. Pleasant surprise to get some Seamus midday Atlantic. Some Seamus? Nobody seems to get this going. Well, few. Down there, I'm sure it's a lot more, right? Because you guys have a lot more connections. Nova Scotia would be, I think, Hamish would be more of a common name than Seamus, but you never know. Scottish, Irish, Gaelic, different. Ashley, what's happening? Loretta, hey, Jumbo. We got Countryside in here. Capered, Bert, was watching an older video. Notification just popped up. Those older videos, I understand that they're older. And this is the weird thing that because there's so much data, that doesn't necessarily mean that an older video doesn't have good information in it or information that I won't speak about again. Lots of times I'll just speak about it in that video and then build upon it later. So the numbers are kind of high. Oh dear, calculated one day, sadly, how much I stream, which is shocking. Anyway, I better find something else to do. Snippy, they'll let me do something else maybe one of these days. Maybe they'll just give the families answers. Maybe. Yeah. 23, that's why we're here. 23, right? Let's down by the bay, It's raining down there. A lot of rain, I hear. Marion Sutter. Sutter? Uh-oh, I'm going to get spanked for that. I know who you are anyway. Glenn B. Holy, you got a notification. Wow, right on. Will, what's happening? Still morning time for Will Green, our good friend, Green Bastard. The Green Bastard. Kettle is always on eastern areas, it seems. This is true. I do speak to some wise ladies. Is that a good way to put it? A little bit. They have maybe a little bit more years on me. The analytics of this channel are actually pretty crazy. I think it's 75% female. So we're in a minority here, guys, but that's okay. We love our ladies. They're always good. Get them thumbs up. Oh, I can't. Sorry, I didn't mean to highlight that. That's self-promotion. Oops, I missed. All right, here where we are. Don't worry, Mossad is here to save the day. They're always doing sillies. We just got a lockdown alert. Phones in Toronto. Like an Amber Alert. Oh, they knew how to use it there, eh? I don't know, construction sites and construction sounds. Wasn't it construction sounds? That was it. Oh my. And then attacking the people of Nova Scotia after you've fully traumatized them. Oh, this is why we don't use it, because we turn it on and you get excited after the worst mass murder in Canadian history. How's it going, Colin? Pumped to get the notification. Good stuff. I'm glad. Notification work for Lynn. Mark Evans, what's happening? Grinder, our good buddy Grinder. What's burning up things probably. Marin, how's it happening, Marin? Learn to watch so much from watching your live stream. Oh, okay. Well, I hope so. I don't know. If I can share anything, then I suppose that's a bonus, right? So I'm glad. If I can pass anything along, this is important to keep fighting for those families. We need to stand beside them. We walk beside them, and we will walk beside them, and we won't stop. First notification you've gotten in months. Wow. Never get answers in cover-ups unless you force it, and even then. So let's keep digging. Well, I know the spelling, always with the spelling, isn't it? So, Marla Ross. Welcome, Marla. Sunny and beautiful today. See, I hear it's rain. I don't know. When we have a mess by the sea on the East Coast, we call in the pro, Seamus. I don't know what that's referring to. Hopefully it's not, what is it? The Professional Responsibility Office. The pro. The pro. Don't you feel safe now with the pro on your side? There's lots of information in the older videos. Yeah, there's lots of stuff back there. And because there's so much stuff, as Leather would say, fluid and dynamic. Ever shifting. Notification. You got a notification as well. Excellent. Maybe they're going to let me out of my hole. I love how the subscription, they have me stalled, right? And that's where they're going to leave me. And they kind of bounce me back and forth between 90, what is it? 291 and 290. They just kind of some days decide to unsubscribe people. Whatever. Allison, good morning from Vancouver. Is it raining down in Vancouver? Vancouver, beautiful city. So good to see you, Allison. Beautiful and sunny. Oh, okay. I hear other people are getting rain. No wonder you are all shaved up. I had an accident with the razor. I keep taking the wrong clip thing. Anyway. Thank you, Lynn. I won't highlight that comment, obviously. That has something to do with me, so I'll leave that alone. Arrests are taking place. Interesting. Colin with many digits. Thank you. Appreciate that, Colin. Sit outside a Taco Bell, call RCMP about strange noises. Alert system will go haywire. Yes. Or you can go to Canadian Tire. Go to Crappy Tire, buy airsoft stuff or Nerf guns. You're going to get in trouble. Or go down to Lethbridge, and you can do your job at a comic store and dress up like a stormtrooper. Watch what happens to you. Not a good thing. Sure sign of spring. These geese are delivered to Sullivan's Pond in Dartmouth from winter home at Hope's house. Are the geese back? Okay, can't say what you said because that's something about me, so I'll avoid that. Finally coming out in Bible Hill. Oh, that sun's going to be rising. It'll be rising. Seamus. Okay. Now I get you. Yes, I have a joke that I tell if I ever have to get roped into going to Starbucks and they ask how to spell my name, I have a response for them. But I won't repeat that on the air, even with my uncouth self. Beautiful day in Bass River, down by the bay. Are you in Bass River? Awesome stuff. I'm looking forward to coming down one day, having a good visit. Have you heard from some counselors in Halifax are advocating for RCMP to take over city policing? Oh my. So they want to get rid of the HRP and just turn it into one policing unit down there? That's scary. That's like the New Brunswick contract being given to, for emergency alert given to RCMP. I'm like, really? Really? Okay. It's not as though they want to traumatize anybody here or anything. O'Dear has been pumping out some great videos. Yes. Let's have a look at O'Dear's channel. That I should get into that stuff right now. I was going to do a little segment. I can. I don't know if I should. I never know if I should say something or not. All right. So O'Dear's channel, which is linked down below, just as everybody else's channel. I think Steve's is blank for right now. Don't know what channel he's operating on these days. He seems to get kicked off a lot. So, but please do go subscribe. There's some super awesome videos here. Oh, wow. That's very nice. Very nice. Awesome channels. Thank you. I feel like I should take that off that page now. Maybe I can make it big, and then that way that disappears. There. See? That's called cancel culture. And you don't see. There's nothing to do with me there. All right, now, there are some super awesome videos. Pumping them out. You know, those great clips and things. She does amazing work, so please do go subscribe. I don't understand what's going on here. Probably they have her stalled out too. Very unfair. Make sure you ding the bell and do the subscribe. Because people work hard, and we got to support one another in this because we're walking together, right? Always a huge, huge hello to all of the hard workers over in the Discord. Appreciate it. I love how, you know, people are like, well, you know, there's only 11 or something like that online. Nah, there's a lot more than 11. The good ones in there, I want to say hello to those of you who are in there, please. You guys do such amazing work, and we're all so lucky to have you. Such a good team. Did rain for a week, getting a break. Okay. Awesome. Just keep deleting our team's videos. Man, that's when you know you're hitting a nerve. That's true. I have no idea what's been deleted. I have no idea about anything, but I just hope that enough is, getting through, and all of you are going around spreading the word. That's what does it, right? It's those conversations that we have with our friends. And hopefully those RCMP people or people who know something, their consciences will kind of resonate with them. Decide, I don't want to see families. I'm like that. I don't like the thought that could happen to me and nobody would do anything. They would just stand back and also be quiet. That's pretty scary. Nobody come and help you. It's not a good society to live in. Toronto is sunny and gorgeous. The center of the universe, right? Thought you shaved 75% women. Well, I don't know what to do about that. I'm happily involved, but I always do appreciate my female friends in this story because it brings such great perspective, Got to keep it balanced over here. Atlantic News, votes for policing. Okay, thank you for the link there, Marion. Maybe we should we have a boo at that too? Let's see, how do I get that back up? Okay, thank you for. Okay. Why is this coming up? I didn't ask to clip it. Excuse me. Uh-oh. I'm a little behind here by the parent, apparently. Let's see, copy link address. We can talk about that as well. Paste. I love how everything is just logging all of your personal data. Just pisses me off to no end. Oh, you opened it from your YouTube channel. Now your cookies attached to that. Cookies! Yummy cookies. Tommy gun. Bolsheviks run the RCMP. Well, something runs the RCMP. It's certainly not the people of Canada. Certainly not. Certainly not the politicians, I don't think we have in power, because they're not really in power. They take orders. I thought you weren't allowed to cover your face at a convenience store in Canada due to robberies. I always thought that's rather interesting too. Well, you never know. Changing. I'm in Bass River. Not downtown Bass River, but close. Awesome. I was looking at fishing the other day there in my research. Yeah. Would be a big mistake. What would be a big mistake? Sunny and 70 in Muskoka from Paul. Nice. Are you having a cider, Paul? You come up with some music? Paul's beautiful song. Any of you saw that? I think that was 2 videos ago. Beautiful, he wrote. I'm wondering if we can get some music matched up to that and play it down there. That would be really great. Hopefully we can do something where we can get streaming, I'm hoping, for the March. So now I will, once I get through these comments, talk about that for a little bit too. Not to be repetitive. I think Surrey, BC just got rid of the RCMP. Did they actually finally do it? The Buffalo head and the headquarters down there is gone. That was their hub, Surrey. So I guess they lost their hub if they did. I know Surrey has been talking about it for a while. Their system's so bad in Cape Breton. Reserves have started their own alert system to warn people about shooting and dangerous events to keep people safe. Well, we have to watch out for one another if other people aren't watching out for us. Nosy Scotian. Hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping that these people who also are fellow man, just happen to wear a different uniform, do remember you're going to want people to help you and be your friends, and you live in a neighborhood. So the conscience, all you have to do is come forward. You don't have to necessarily do it publicly. All tips always appreciated down below. Hello, Nosy. Chiefs on the reserves at last making sure people get warned, which is good. Good. Like to make sure people are safe. Key health, long life, head government gone. Thank you, Todd. Notifications. You always get notifications. I expect that'll change. I hope not. I hope not, because she's putting out really great videos. So we need to keep getting those notifications. It's a good society you live in. It's not a good society. People see stuff going on all the time. Nobody helps out until people are killed, and even then, they're cowards. Yeah, I mean, you get a flat tire. Good luck somebody's ever going to stop for you. Justin Cringe, blackface. Howdy. Does the RCMP harass you for these videos? I don't think so. I think it's a very complicated story, but I think that there may be powers outside that are watching a little bit. That's why this channel hasn't been tanked. I have a sneaking suspicion. Just saying. But no, I think that they might be watching out for us too, all of us. So, but they harass the hell out of us all with the tech. The tech is an absolute disaster. You'd have to live it to know it. It's just, it's a mess. Everything's getting hacked. Things get deleted all the time. I guess they have something to hide. Generally, that's not the behavior of honest people. Phone's terrible. Facebook got hacked yet a few weeks ago. Must have been desperate to raise funds for the $5 billion fine. Facebook. A great group we have today. Kudos to keep staying positive and strong. We got this. We got this as a team. Excellent. Doing this for Nova Scotia. Doing it for our friends. Doing it. I've met so many great people along the way. Hello, Nancy. I think Linda left me in. I couldn't understand if she was calling me down on a comment I made on Facebook. Not sure. Anyway, not seeing the chat feed on the TV for some reason. I always see it on screen, but not this time. Okay, so more tech fun. That happens, people getting kicked out. There's one family member who can't comment. And this upsets me greatly. They have always great thoughts, and I have to be mindful that they're not commenting because on my phone, because I miss it. I have to watch because this is how they've silenced them. Somehow their great points are getting, they're not allowed to talk, and they constantly get kicked out and unsubscribed. So any of you who are subscribed might want to check that out. I don't know. But I don't like talking about that kind of stuff. Now, you get all of O'Dear's, you go fishing down by the bay. I'd recommend a boat to get away from all the crowds. All the crowds. Is there a lot of crowds, Caper? They don't want you getting emails to get through. That's true. I do get some of your emails periodically. Some of them I don't respond to, which is just I don't know if it's just a link or something. I would just. And it's not to say I don't thank those people, obviously. Kosher Seamus. Seamus has COVID. Interesting. Hello, Ian. How's it going? Tech terrorists. Not allowed to say that word. I shouldn't have said that. Is the phone number instead of an email. Okay, now. Certain spots along the bay, super crowded. Yeah, I've heard. I looked at property down there, funnily enough, since this all started. And I heard you better get in fast because lots of people buying a property down there. Let's have a look at, let's actually first look at the most important thing, right? So we have an event coming up. If I can get on to, I don't know how to, here, I think this is how you do it. Okay. Maybe I'll try a different way. I don't know how to use the Facebook at all. Okay, this one will work, I think. Please. Now I'm going to implore you, because frankly, actually, the other day I was a little upset with the response. This is really important. Very important. This day will only come one time in your lifetime. If you have any inkling to doing anything and helping these families, it is important that you stand by them. It is really, really important. 1 p.m., Bible Hill, Foodland. I'll drop the link in. This is the group. So I'll send the group. How do you send the link? I think share. Okay. Copy. Okay. Now that's the link to the group. And also, there's the event posted here, which thank goodness is up there now. And I don't know how to do that. I think you can click on it. And of course, this is open to everybody. Please, it's really important to come. The number is low. I don't know if that's just because it is much lower than I thought. I don't know. 48. I want to see this number go up. I really want to see this number go way up. You got to stand beside your brothers and sisters on this one. You got to stand beside those families, because that's the only way they're going to get answers, right? It's showing that we're a team, that we're united. I wish I was there. I really do, but not this time, sadly. But I'm there, obviously, wholeheartedly in spirit, and whatever way we can do, I will. If you're working on the day of the march, take the day off. Call in sick. Come on. I don't want to be a pushy pants. I don't push much. I don't ask for much. This is really important. Only once. It will only happen one time. Really, really important. I can't stress that enough. This is a, there's a bunch of families that are involved with this. I hope more families are going to come on board. I don't know who all. Tara, who is my friend, and the reason that this all started, is muted and cannot comment on this at all, which is tragic. This is the tech mumbo jumbo. They'll have her silenced, I believe, until, what did she say? She said something one morning. I think it was good morning. And they deemed that offensive. So you can see what they don't want. They want stifled talk here. They don't want anybody to talk about anything. So again, 1 p.m. on the 18th at Bible Hill. Really, really important. I'm going to walk down to the Bible Hill RCMP. It's going to be peaceful. Peaceful. We're all going to stand there, right? I'll be there in spirit. Trust me. And march down there. Be wary. I'm not foolish. Be wary of your surroundings. I think there's going to be a few interesting people probably watching, but that doesn't mean that you need to be afraid, because nobody did anything wrong. Definitely nobody did. The 1819, they're innocent people dying. Innocent people, babies that weren't even born. And it's 23. It's 23. To the day I die is going to be 23. One of these days, the media will start to do the right thing and actually listen. This is a strange concept. Of course, we all know why they're doing that. Very important. And there's also sweatshirts and T-shirts and bumper stickers and things available with the design. Not sure who quite, I don't know how that's all being taken care of exactly. I do hope that, oh, sorry, I didn't send out, there's the event link. Please, please, please don't make a begging man out of a grown man. But this is really important. And you can get yourself also the sweatshirt and T-shirt at cost. This is very important to remember. Despite what I think it was, when was it? There was a link. Somebody in this story decided to say something about profit or something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. No profit being made on this one. This was just about showing your colors and stand beside those families. Didn't know about it. Appreciate it. Please share it around with your friends. Share it around with your friends. If you can't go, share that conversation with people. Start opening that dialogue. Get those questions rolling. More people looking, more people asking questions, and more people that can go to this march too. So point them in the right directions. Say, you know, go over to O'Deer's channel and things like that. I'm not going to say anything more than that. The anniversary coming up, nothing on the news about it. I believe the media is taking notice. So this is a very good thing. I'm very, very happy to see. You'll be there, Salty Air. Excellent, excellent. Looks like Halifax Matt is throwing out his email address. Wow. You know, anybody needs a ride, you know, we can pool, we can do good things. What else was there? Something in there? Yes, thanks very much to Kendall, because Kendall, funnily enough, reposts stuff for Tara. This is how kooky it is. So, you know, just like I have to read phones and things for messages because I know that those people can't chat in the chat, Kendall likewise has to post messages for Tara in Facebook. So thanks very much, Kendall. Such a good team. Good team. Rain or shine, get those boots a walking. Walking boots. Boots a walking. It's on your calendar. It's on yours. They will show your port. Come and show it. Come show. We're gonna get that number. Let's get this number up over 48 before I sign off. And when you go. You know, this interested stuff. What's that? That should be over here, right? Or am I wrong? And this walk has no affiliation to the other walk that's taking place. Just so I can be clear, we'll possibly discuss all that here at a future point. Still deciding that one yet. But this is family. This is a different group. Let's put it that way. They will be monitoring the cell traffic, live stream, scanning traffic for facial recognition. And you know what? They can do this. Fuck off. There you go. That's what I say to them. I'll be there with a carload. Right on. There we go. Talking. I'm not out of my mind. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not out of my mind. Kendall is amazing. All right. We're all amazing. But, you know, I'm Tara's secretary at the moment. And many people rallying forward. Got Sharon helping out big time on the sweatshirts. We got None of Your Business. We got big time. We've got Sharon and Bev in the background. Awesome stuff. Facebook group has only one addenda. I think you're referring to that other thing. I'm not going to touch that right now, but trust me, I have a lot of information on all that. Now, why don't we do the Halifax Council votes for policing services review? This is also happening up in Colchester. Heidi Petraic writing this article. April 6th. Let's see. Well, there was only a little update here. A little small one. 25 minutes later. I love these updates, eh? That's why it's important. Archive, archive.is, archive.org. And, again, use these, right? Data sticks and hard drives and all that. North Preston resident Evangeline Downey came to Halifax Grand Parade Tuesday to publicize a, quote, parade of cars to protest over policing concerns for her community this weekend. Armed with pamphlets, she gave one to Mayor Mike Savage as he headed into City Hall to continue the day's council meeting. When asked how she feels policing is working in her community, Downey's answer was blunt. How is it working? It's not working. What they need to do is they need to do the work concerning restorative justice. They all need to talk to people in the community. Yes, I'm very big about this. Community policing, very important. We once upon a time had that. It's not a figment of people's imagination or history and dust off those books. No, there was actually community policing, which meant that everybody knew one another. And for people who want to behave like, I don't know, jackasses, well, everybody knew them too. An hour and a half after her visit to the Grand Parade, City Council voted unanimously for an independent review of how policing services are delivered in the city. Now, I don't like that word because it's never really independent, especially when you're talking about politics. And obviously the shit, we all know about the shit. So, but hopefully people will look and ask questions. And I would never call for a ban on policing or anything silly like that. No, we absolutely need justice, but let's have it in a way oh, interesting. Okay. We don't want to have a ban on justice. Law enforcement. Law enforcement is very important. Again, many heroes that night. True heroes, though, are going to come forward. The real big ones. In some way or shape or form. Memorandums and things like that. Thanks very much to those of you who have all furnished tips. Fantastic. We're very, very blessed. And that's how this gets done. That's how it's come to the point that it has. And if you don't believe me, I'm sure if you go to that march there, they'll tell you themselves in person how thankful they are. So I'll relay it for them at this point in time. They really, really appreciate how much hard work all of you are doing. And not just here, not just in the YouTube, not just you guys, right? And gals. But the people in the background who are watching carefully, watching extra careful, but help out a great deal. And I owe a great deal of gratitude to those people as well. But we want to have something reformed because this system is junk. Hasn't worked for a long time. Lots of nasty business going on. And it's nothing about you and me. It's not about taking care of these families at all, right? All they've done is traumatize them, re-traumatize them, re-traumatize them. It's horrendous. Horrendous. I do have those phone calls on a fairly regular basis, about every other day. Sometimes more than once a day. And that's good because they need to talk. And I would never turn anybody away. My phone is always on. Maybe sometimes I doze off here and there, but I try and make sure that I always will get back to them if so. Because it's terrible. Really terrible. Just prior to coming on Yeah, these people are breaking down. It's really tough. I hear some comments I really don't ever want to hear. Things like, I don't know if I'll make it. I want you to put yourself in those people's shoes. I want the police officers that are listening, or people who have information, to hear that. This is the level that some of these people are at. And you would be at. And thank God you're not. So you got to do what you can to help them out. It's got to stop. Let's go back to this article. Sorry. Ever since the city amalgamated 25 years ago, Halifax has had two police forces: Halifax Regional Police and Nova Scotia District RCMP. One of the unique cities in the world that actually has two. Halifax Regional Councillor Tony Mancini brought forward the motion to seek the review in an effort to determine whether to stick with the status quo. Quote, is the policing model for our municipality today? He asked in an interview with CTV before he made this motion. And not only today, but for tomorrow, with the Halifax Regional Police serving most of the urban. I wonder if he participated in that redacted nonsense. I don't know if you all ever knew about that, about policing. Horrendous. These people also have to get their ass in gear or get it kicked here. Lots of politicians dropping out like flies, man. The Jenga. Jenga. Keep going. With the Halifax Regional Police up in New Brunswick, right? Safety Minister. Handles justice. Yeah, I don't know how many we're at now. It's a pretty big list. I'm gonna go grab some cigarettes. Give me one moment, please. Can't do much with those cigarettes. Almost out of coffee, too. With Halifax Regional Police serving most of urban Halifax and the RCMP covering outlying areas, Mancini thought it would be about time to take into account how the city has changed over the past decades, several decades, and how it continues to grow in the future. Hopefully, some of that will slow down, too. But anyway, maybe we don't have RCMP to cover all communities they cover now because they've grown so much. Maybe it's one police force. What's that look like? Hopefully it's 24-hour. I think it's 24-hour down there. You guys get 24-hour service in Halifax, but not like Colchester and many other rural areas. Wonderful. Don't be, expecting great things between, 2 and 6 in Colchester? Oh, no. Don't worry about that. Truro put in a bid to get the contract, 24-hour policing, lower cost, community policing. Like, hello? I don't know where that ever went. If anybody should lose it, it should be Colchester. Hell. And they got to take the writings on the wall. You're going to lose your jobs. Nobody wants you if you're going to behave like that. And the people that want to change, better do it fast. There's something that other counselors would like to know. That's something that other counselors would like to know as well. For Halifax Regional Councillor Paul Russell, who represents Lower Sackville, it's a question of balance. His district is home to RCMP detachment. Russell says right now in the municipality, there's a ratio of 1. I don't know why there's a period. Or my eyes deceiving me. I gotta wear my glasses, I think. Where are we at here? Right now, where are we here? In the municipality, there's a ratio of 1 RCMP member for every 750 residents in the area covered by the Mounties. For the rest of the city, the ratio 1 HRP member for every 450, almost half as many. Twice as good service, essentially. Quote, I welcome this review to have a look and make sure that the service the RCMP is providing and the service that the HRP are providing are the right mix. So I guess it sounds like he's kind of on board keeping 2. For Halifax Regional Councillor Pam Lovelace, it's a matter of having the right resources in the right places. Well, isn't it always that? Her district, how do you feel about winning the Super Bowl? Oh, it really sucked, man. Her district, which is largely rural, covers a wide geographic area, relies on the RCMP. And while she would like to see more coverage, the city has no control of that or any other potential RCMP policing issues. No, nobody has any control of the RCMP. Nobody has control of them. Quote, the agreement with the RCMP is through the province and not with HRM. Therefore, the RCMP has a different level of accountability to the police commissioners and Halifax Regional Council. Well, Halifax Regional Council helps redact documents in terms of that all. Jesus. Your documents, your paper, your council, your police, your court system, you own it all. That issue was brought up by several councillors during debate over the motion for a review, with several expressing the need for common standards in policing practices. Last December, an RCMP street chase through Halifax neighborhood and a subsequent raid on an apartment building near a high school led to concerns over communication between the 2 police agencies. You all remember that? Trucks spinning out and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, no, that was just a gong show. They want to shut this down? Shut it down. You don't want crime? Shut it down. There you go. Let's quit playing tiddlywinks unless you're playing on both sides of the fence. Is that what's going on? Quote, I believe there are some gaps, and that's concerning, said Mancini. Is one chain of command better in those situations? An independent review into policing services is the latest for the city, which is already involved in 2 other reviews looking at police resources, the question of defunding the police. I don't agree with this one. I don't know how many people necessarily do. This is a very political issue that is brought from very, very on high, worldwide, out of this country. Other people manipulating other people on this one. Careful with that one. The province of Nova Scotia is also undertaking its own review of policing throughout the province. Tuesday, the Department of Justice. Where's Furry? Where's Furry at these days? Oh yeah, and his counterpart in New Brunswick. Oh yeah, they're out. Said that preliminary analysis, are they taking care of their families? What are they doing these days? I don't know. Something. Joining more culty garbage, is looking at both RCMP contract policing jurisdictions as well as those served by municipal police. In regards to Halifax reviews, it said HRM is, quote, HRM is responsible for determining how they choose to provide effective and sustainable policing services to citizens within the municipality. I hate this word, garbage word, needs to be thrown away. Don't like this new lingo jingo that they always throw around, lexicon that just constantly expands. What is it? Circuit breakers and emergency brakes and bubbles in the bathtub and oh my. Really? As for Halifax's 2 municipal police or 2 police forces, both HRP and RCMP say they welcome the process. Do you think they really welcome it? Do you think they really welcome it? I don't think so. Oh, I don't think so. A lot of strings will be being pulled. A lot of pressure will be put on people. In a statement, the RCMP added, oh, yes, it's always this. Was it written? Probably in an email. Crap. Policing, because you can't answer a question. You can't just sit there and answer questions like Grady. Grady, those of you who missed that, interesting sheriff down in the United States. Grady, very interesting stuff. It showed some of his, he'll go after anybody. Policemen don't care. RCMP added that, quote, policing is and should be continually evolving, and it's fluid and dynamic, and I'm pissing my pants. Regular and open communications with the HRM Board of Police Commissioners ensures that the RCMP's policing services meet communities' varied needs. Wonder, let's see here. Do you think it met those people? How about the ones that were getting the emergency alerts for construction? How about the article that we'll read here in a minute? And the community members' expectations in consideration of resources. My, oh my, if you could only be privy to my mind, it would be a serious wake-up call. Very sad. All of the shit that they do. Let's see here. Global. You know our friends over there. Actually, we could go back in time. Why don't we go to motorists in Lumbee? I actually happen to be in BC, I think, at this point in time. There's lots of these incidents that happen. You know, does this look familiar? Where is it? Wait a second here. This one? Remember this kind of garbage? Or tarnished poo or whatever, saying that everything's available around everywhere. By the way, if you watch this video, as I pointed out, that's not there. And no RCMP car has a bumper sticker that wraps around the reflective badge. Utter horseshit. Totally created, totally fake. Fake news. I don't know, it must be like those hard drives in the garage you just didn't need for a year and that suddenly had secret plans on it for ships when you had an intelligence leak. Huh? How, what a surprise. Oh, and it's buried deep, man. These intelligence is a real thing. I'm not talking tinfoil. It's big time. Huge. They run it on us all the time. Motorist in Lumbee pulled over by a man impersonating police because it runs around all the time. Don't you know? Don't you know? Vernon, North Okanagan, March 24th. File number from the official RCMP website today. Want to see? I'll refresh it. Oh, it's still there. File number NR 2021-1578. I'm glad that they've got all kinds of numbers and things like that. Earlier this week, the Southeast District RCMP released information regarding an incident where a person allegedly impersonating police conducted a traffic stop with a motorist on Highway 33 between Rock Creek and Kelowna. See the original media release. Click here, because they'll answer your questions. Police urge vigilance after motorist reports being pulled over by police impersonator. Police impersonator. Now we got a different file number. Is this a different one, I think? Oh, yeah. Let's start up another one. More money, more paper, more garbage. My money, I want my underwear back. Police in the Boundary region are urging motorists to be vigilant after Midway RCMP responded to a report of suspicious occurrence that took place evening in a backcountry provincial highway. On March 21st, 2021, shortly after 8:30, Midway RCMP received a third-party report of the suspicious occurrence in which a yet-to-be-identified suspect. When was this published? Oh, the next day, right? The very next day. How convenient. Still had 24 hours. Let's see how good they did the research on this one. Allegedly conducted a traffic stop with a motorist traveling between Rock Creek and Kelowna along Highway 33. Let's archive this one. I archived the other one. I'll drop this in there. Y'all can go have a little boo. Traffic stop with a motorist traveling between Rock Creek and Kelowna along Highway 33, acting on information relayed to police by a close family member of the motorist. Frontline RCMP were deployed into the region in a search for a suspect vehicle. I wonder if it looked like, was it something like this one? Or that one up in Antigonish? Hit a deer and didn't hit a deer. Oh, yeah. Fake news. Just like those police badges and everything being sold everywhere. You just go down to the store and buy one. Investigators have learned that the motorist was in the Westbridge area when the suspect vehicle, a white pickup truck, pulled in out behind him, followed the victim for a short distance, and then activated a set of red and blue lights installed on the vehicle's grill. The victim pulled to the side of the roadway, and the suspect driver was approached to the vehicle, carrying a flashlight. Quote, although the victim was ordered to exit. I think that's missing. Clearly, the English needs some work. Would be ordered, past tense. But if you can't write, special in some sense of the word. Order to exit the vehicle during the interaction. He trusted his instinct. Now we got to go back to past tense again, because now we know how to write. His instincts distracted the suspect and managed to flee towards Kelowna. States Corporal Jesse O'Donoghue, the spokesman for the BC RCMP. Yeah, I wonder how large their press wing is. A bunch of shite. Must also be as huge as their fucking garbage war rooms that they have sitting around, pumping out shit. Well, we'll see. BC RCMP in the Southeast District. The suspect reportedly followed the victim for several kilometers before pulling off the highway. The victim contacted a family member when he entered into cell service range, who then reported the incident to the police. The unknown suspect was described as an older man with blonde, unkempt hair, about 6 foot to 6'2". He was clean shaven and seen wearing white dress shirt and dark pair of casual pants. Anyone with additional information, please call us. Maybe we'll get back to you, possibly with a written statement. Now, let's have a look here. Continuing on with a different file number, same thing. Since that time, another motorist has come forward. Now, what date are we on? Oh, the 24th, 3 days later. Reporting a similar experience on Highway 6 in Lumby on Saturday, March 13th, 2021. Oh, okay. Actually, 11 days. 11 days. March 13th, 2021. Approximately 9 p.m., the motorist was traveling on Highway 6 between Vernon and Lumby with a white-colored vehicle. White-colored vehicle. white colored vehicle. Oops. That's fucking faked evidence. Fake! Just like everything. Pulled in behind, activated blue lights, red and blue. Motorist pulled over to the side of the road. Man approached the driver's side with a flashlight. Must be like the flashlight in the woods with the fairy trees. After a brief conversation, the male suspect returned to the white vehicle, turned off the red and blue lights. The motorist pulled onto the highway. The vehicle followed. White vehicle, those whiteies. Fucking white cars everywhere. You know what? Actually, when we're done this, I call for something new. Quote, as motorists drove away, the suspicious white vehicle was in progress of stopping another vehicle on Highway 6, Durham Meadows Road in Lumber. It's a Corporal Tanya Finn. Oh, we got another one. Media Relations Officer. That sounds like a really good job. With Vernon North Okanagan RCMP. Police are interested in speaking with that motorist or anyone else in the area, in our area. Definitely not their area, because probably most of them don't even fucking live there. Community policing? My ass. Who had similar experience. The male suspect is described as being average height and weight, dirty blonde hair, wearing white button-down shirt, and black, dark blue khaki-style pants. Almost sounds familiar. Sound familiar? If you have any information, I'm working hard on it, okay, man? I'm working hard on it. It's to keep the voice recognition stuff at bay at 8200. Don't worry, Todd. If you are having any information regarding this incident, please contact Constable Ashley Gravel, number RCMP, non-emergency. Remain anonymous. You can call Crime Stoppers. Now, fast forward. Real police officer, not impersonator, conducted traffic stops near Lumber. Say RCMP. Are you serious? Are you serious? How good investigating did they do? Oh, that would be because they stopped the person themselves. And then told the media. Caused a frantic everywhere. Everybody's panicking. White cars are flying around. Careful. Careful of the RCMP. Traumatizing their own communities. Oh, it's not their community. Don't worry about it. I'll be right back. And I want to look at this article closely, please. Because I'm still got that challenge out there. I'm still looking for the fully equipped police car in the world. Let's see it. Fake? Wow. I'll keep it in North America. How's that? Nobody's come back. Nobody. Not even close. Because you know why? It wasn't a fake police car. That's why. But they want you to think it was. They want everybody afraid. Hello, Christiana. How are you doing? How are you doing? I don't know why they want to show me crap. Go away. A string of traffic stops carried out by supposed police impersonator. See how many articles they have linked to that. Trail people, okay. Lumbee, well, that's garbage. That one's garbage. Oh, those white cars just flying around everywhere. Hello? They don't exist. But you know that, don't you? I guess you can believe certain clowns who want to falsify things. Anybody have a link to that video? For some reason, I can't find it on my computer. The actual video. This was done at a very convenient time. Do you know when this was done? The first time around? It came around a second time. The first time was on a warrant release date. How funny that. Oh my goodness. Gotta do the shiny thing, scare the piss out of everybody. Oh my God, he went to a store. He was buying stuff to do with his airsoft gun. I heard some construction noises. Let's activate the emergency thing. We used the Facebook. Oh, no, you didn't, sir. No, you didn't use the Facebook. No, sir. Well. I thought we did. Remember that? Fucking, this whole thing is a joke, man. Except, it's not. 23 families will never be the same. And a country will never be the same. You have traumatized the fuck out of everybody. And you want to call yourself protecting and serving. Really? Whose interests? Not 23. Not mine. Not yours. I know the good men and women that are in there don't want that to happen anymore either. Yeah. Were in fact done by a real cop. Sorry? What did you say? A real cop. Probably in a written statement, but I'm sure it will say that. Said to 𝙍𝙀𝘼 on Wednesday. It isn't a joke when you live there. It isn't a joke anywhere. I live in this country. I'm pissed. It better stop. What did Nancy have to say? Maybe they should only sell white cars for police cars and regular people have colored cars. No, I've got a solution that I'm going to propose here at the end of this article. The Okanagan was abuzz in late March. It wasn't. It was terrified. By who? Oh, the Global, the CBC, the everybody who is pumping out the fake news to cover whose ass? Oh, that's right. What happened on 18 and 19? You better stop. Get your shit together, all of you. In late March, following a string of press releases, from the RCMP. Who's scaring everybody? Asking for the police, asking for the public to be alert, because they can't be, for a possible police impersonator. It's like those bad shows and what was it? Shoulder flashes and shit. Fucking garbage. Garbage! Who was it that did that? Oh, I know who did that. Got more if he wants it. I try and give people the benefit of the doubt. Back the fuck off. Otherwise, we're going to take you down. Possible police impersonator allegedly pulling over vehicles for brief traffic stops. Why were you doing a string of press releases? Does it have anything to do with April 18 and 19? Does it have anything to do with... Where's that? Oh, wait a second. Oh, now I got frozen stuffs. Have anything to do with... that? You know this? This didn't come out till when? Oh. Does it have anything to do with that? Look like anything like the antagonist one? I'm still waiting to hear more about that. I can't find anything that's definitive on that, other than some announcement from a group of liars. Yay! I believe you about... Oh, yeah. None! Look at that nice car. Perfect! Find me one person in North America who has a car that is fully equipped with everything, including the parts that you, as a regular citizen, could never buy. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe. This is all a bunch of horse shit. Just maybe. At the time, the RCMP issued, I thought it was really common, rare public notification and plea for vigilance. Plea for vigilance? Excuse me? Whoa! Think about that for a moment. What happens if somebody went crazy and thought that that was a real police or fake police officer? Could you imagine? Way to plead for divisity. Way to plead for violence. That's a good job. Win. That's a win. You can buy the police interceptor. You know, I'm not saying that you can't. You can go buy a brand new police interceptor if you want, and it can be white. I'm talking about the parts inside. You know, the rear-facing radar camera, the front-facing, the Motorola decrypted radio system, the gun racks, the silent patrolman, all of the nice little parts. That is a, quote, sample list that they have told us, meaning that's just a little taste of what was in that car. Do you know how many RCMP officers know what's in their car? Do you know how many people actually know what's in, like, could build those cars? They get special contracts. They sign special pieces of paper. No. You don't find them in your Cracker Jack box. And everybody knows it. This is just a little bit of readjusting. Despite what 𝙍𝙀𝘼𝘼 and other people tell you. Mockingbird? Anybody? following a police impersonation incident along Highway 33. I like the pic of that. Between Rock Creek and Kelowna on March 21st. Okay, I'm going to have this article. Oh my God! Get out of here. We'll just archive it for everybody's fun. Police say that the incident led to 4 additional motorists coming forward with encounters outside of Lumbee just a week prior. Do you know what I think really happened here? I think they tried this and they got busted. That's what I think happened. Somebody caught them. And then they kind of had to come clean. Only explanation that seems to make sense. A fulsome review, thanks for that, of each of those Lumbee incidents has allowed GIS investigators, oh my, here we go with this stuff again, investigators to confirm those contacts were in fact carried out by a uniformed police officer. BC RCMP said in a press release. Digest this paragraph for me, please, in its infinite glory. We want you to be vigilant. Oh, oops, we did it. Hey! Investigators with the Vernon North Okanagan Rural RCMP General Investigation Section, the GIS, GIS, supported by the Southeastern GIS, conducted a probe into 4 reported incidents in the Lumbee area. How many people do you think were assigned to find out how many people that they had stopped their own people? Hello? You got two different, like separate units working on this. Oh, oops. We scared the piss out of everybody. We defended ourselves, though. Trust us, you know, we did what we needed to do. We sowed that seed, but we got, caught with our hand in the cookie jar, probably. So now we've got to come clean. Otherwise, it might get out. I'm sure it already did get out. That was the problem. They knew it got out. They knew somebody said something. It was officer so-and-so. And they're like, oops. Oops. And how many people how much did we pay for this? Because they can't figure out where their ass is from a hole in the wall? Think about it. Quote, that review, thanks for that. How much did that cost us? Has revealed, that each of those traffic stops were, in fact, carried out by a provincial traffic enforcement officer with who? Oh, the BC RCMP North Okanagan Traffic Services. Now, do they look identical? I don't know. Let's have a look and see if we can find somebody who has the knots. Here we go. That's like the pros. Police impersonator. Ready to arrest somebody. Let's see. I'm trying to find a picture. Do they have any different uniforms? I don't think so. they all seem to look the same. It's not to say that they do. I don't exactly know. I'd like to see. Oh, here's the yellow, maybe orange, could be purple vest thing. I don't know. South Okanagan Traffic Services. I guess that's what they look like. Maybe he wasn't wearing the fuzzy hat. Derp. Derp, derp, derp. Knots. Hey. You got it. Retards? Retards? I wonder if they have something that can spell retard. Put it in there. A roving traffic enforcement unit based in Falkland. Again, I'm not attacking police officers or good RCMP members, because I'm not. But you should be embarrassed that you work for this. I wouldn't want to work for that. It's dirty. It's fucking stupid. Stupid. I'd want to, if I wanted to stay within that, which I think, frankly, these people do, I'd want to go and clean it up. I'd be like, I don't want to look like a retard. I have this badge, which means I'm affiliated with you. Can you please fix your stuff so I don't look dumb? So people don't beat me up or don't hate me. Or what was it? Remember back then? I wish I still had that. Somebody maybe within the, I'm sure O'Deer's probably in here, possibly has the link. I'm sure it got deleted off my computer. For the, how do you know it's a real RCMP officer stopping you from the RCMP official webpage? Because trust is really important to us. We've totally violated and screwed everybody, traumatized and hurt everyone. But trust us, it's very important to us. Huh? The police officer was on duty, dressed in a full uniform and operating a fully equipped, unmarked white Chevrolet Tahoe. Oh, there's that one. Hit a deer, had stuff on the side, didn't, sometimes had antennas, didn't, don't know where the person is now. Let's watch it after we deal with the stupid commercials. Oh, wait, I gotta reload, because I don't think the audio is on there. Remove. How do I get, no, I want it gone. Stop. Okay, there we go. This is so sad. And you can hide. Well, let's see here. I don't want to watch whatever garbage they're playing in the background there. No, I'm not interested in Supergirl. I'm not interested. I'm glad I don't pay for cable anymore. These people equally can't find their ass from a hole in the wall. Now, hopefully they'll clean that up too. Sure, as a journalist, I would likewise want to clean it up. Got to clean up your own backyard. Now, let's watch what wonderfulness they're going to say now.
Nova Scotia RCMP seized a mock police cruiser and arrested the 23-year-old owner on Monday in Antigonish, following 3 separate complaints about an unmarked police car driving erratically in the Halifax region and Antigonish County.
We believe that there are other incidences and potentially incidences where the individual or the accused who is operating the mock police vehicle.
The mock police vehicle went to Lumbee. Oh, wait, sorry, that's the real RCMP. We'll get back to it now.
could have tried to pull someone over.
Police have yet to officially lay charges. There are
could have tried to pull somebody over. This is beyond mental. Somebody did apparently get charged in this, but hey, Cindy, headed to the beach, gonna miss this one. Have a great time. Somebody could have pulled somebody over. Maybe somebody could have been charged, but they don't have a name. We don't have any court records. We don't have shit. Well, trust us, believe us, because we told you so. Remember that staff sergeant? I love that staff sergeant. And he totally lied through his teeth. After 𝙍𝙀𝘼𝘼 was called in to review a shooting that they reviewed, oh my. And he's like, well, I can't tell you, but you just have to trust us. And then you look actually at the report that 𝙍𝙀𝘼𝘼 did, and he's like, we did everything by the book. Well, your recording didn't work, your technical failure, which always happens, technical failure, but it says in there, the 𝙍𝙬𝘼 report, it would have helped if you had the notes, which you were supposed to have, but those seems to be missing too. And he's like, he sat there, and the reporter actually asked some decent questions, like, how can we trust you if you don't show us? Well, you'll just have to trust us. He kept saying over and over. It's like, oh, no. Would your mother be proud of you? Lying!
Who was operating the mock police vehicle could have tried to pull someone over.
Police have yet to officially lay charges. They're appealing for more witnesses, but it's believed the man works as a security guard and was arrested without incident at a home in Antigonish. The vehicle seized is a 2013 Ford Taurus, similar to what Nova Scotia RCMP used.
The vehicle itself is an ex-police vehicle. I can't tell you if it's RCMP or another agency. Our investigation is leading, trying to figure that out at this point in time.
RCMP.
I wonder, perhaps they should have the Lumbee RCMP come in. Maybe they could figure out that it was their own fucking police department. Or a fake news story brought to you by Global. Derp.
Police say the vehicle had no specific decals on it, but did include a 1-inch wide stripe running the length of the car, a front end.
Where is the 1-inch stripe again? Looking for that. Oh, missing. Sorry.
Mounted push bar with LED lights, 2 antennas, a microphone and CB radio, along with an LED light bar installed in the rear window. The arrest brings to mind the brutal memories of the April mass shooting, where a man impersonating a police officer and driving a replica police cruiser killed 22 innocent Nova Scotians. The National Police Association is calling for changes to the laws for impersonating a police officer. PC leader Tim Houston says his party will table.
Oh, there's a couple of people I know having a little powwow. How interesting. Mike is in the house. I wonder, are you available for a phone call, Mike? Because I distinctly recall speaking about something, Mike being American Knock Radio. Those of you who aren't aware, please go and listen to him. You can punch it up on the net. I'll find the website here in a moment. Early on, I did a couple shows with Mike. Very early on. And I said a couple of things about the police car. Do you remember that, Mike? Are you available for a police or a call? Or are you going on air? Glad you could drop by. I haven't seen you in a long time. Check your tablets. What was it? Maybe I'll just give him a quick call. Actually, I'll send him a text. think I have it somewhere here. Let's see. Here we go. Our friends south of the border were quite interested in this story and very supportive. And Mike kindly helped get that message out. We'll just give him a quick call here, and we can talk about maybe what I said in the interview. See how he's doing too.
Hello, Seamus.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well, buddy. Just preparing my show. Had a quick meeting with my producer. He's off doing some other stuff. We're cutting up audio for today and getting ready.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I'm glad you could stop by just for a minute.
Yeah, you bet.
Do you remember talking about the police car?
Yes, I do. We had you on twice, and after that, it's funny because the majority of my listeners in the network that I'm on is out of Dallas, Texas. So most of them are in the United States of America. And they had this idea, kind of the Dudley Do-Right, the RCMP, always get their man. They think of the red coats. They don't look at it as a corrupt national paramilitary force. And actually, there's another host on our network named Dominic Izzo, who's a regular contributor on Russia Today for law enforcement. He's an ex-Chicago cop, and he has made a whole career out of pointing out police corruption. And with your permission, I'd like to pass along your contact information to him to talk about this issue. And I have had listeners south of the 49th parallel asking about how this investigation is going, what's happening with it. Well, I mean, we know that there isn't really an investigation, but you're pretty much the best source on it right now.
Well, I'm just part of a really great team. I'm really fortunate that we put together something pretty amazing. That's the link to Mike's show is there. Thank you very much, Blinks, for putting that out. So it's just a team effort, but I do distinctly recall, the use of mock police cruiser. And I think that was 3 days in or 4 days into the event, and you and I had a show, and you had kindly had me on, and I remember you saying the mock police cruiser, and I kind of snapped, and I said, I don't think that's a mock cruiser at all. I think it's a real police cruiser.
And you were right, I think.
I think it's going to turn out that it was true. So
yeah, if it does turn out at all, I mean, I don't know if you mentioned this on your channel here, but I've been fond of saying on my show with this order in council and this big gun ban in Canada that they're announcing, they have to go back to 𝙍𝙀𝘼 Polytechnique. They have to go back to that shooting in Toronto. They never, ever, ever want to cite this shooting when they talk about mass gun violence in Canada. Curious, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. I saw an interview with, what is the firearms people? I forget their name.
That would be either Nick Johnson at the gunblog.ca or the National Firearms Association, kind of like Canada's NRA.
Yeah. Wasn't it C something? I don't remember. Anyway, I think I did download it, and he brought that up, and he said CBC actually had him on. They were pretty reasonable, which was a surprise, and they kind of asked him a few questions and about the gun ban, etc. And he said, well, those guns that happened in Nova Scotia were all illegal. Of course, the homicides in Canada are illegal guns, smuggled guns.
Yeah.
I mean, law-abiding gun owners, they know, how much scrutiny we're all under, right? So gotta keep, your nose clean all the time and do the right thing. Otherwise, what is it? The psychological check and background check daily now? It's
Oh, listen, I knew a man in central Alberta that got divorced, and his wife, his ex anyway, got her nose out of joint, basically just wanted to hit out at him any way that she could. She called the RCMP and said that she thought that he might be a threat, and they immediately raided his house. I mean, you can, yeah, there's multiple ways that you can be profiled, and it's a pretty disgusting situation. I mean, myself, I'm an American living in Alberta. I grew up with a belief in the Second Amendment. Of course, that's under attack. Joe Biden just announced this morning that they're going to be putting forward 6 new measures towards curbing, quote-unquote, gun violence in the United States. So, I mean, you could say Joe Trudeau or Justin Biden. They're the same. It doesn't matter. They're all the same.
It's all the same all over the world.
Yeah.
They just want, I mean, there was that interesting document that came out of the UN talking about pulling everybody's guns all across the world.
Yeah, it was Agenda 21 where I first heard of it. I mean, of course, that's been updated, but yeah, private property ownership, citizens traveling, firearm ownership, that's all basically laid out in what they're calling the Great Reset now. So, you know, it's funny because I was probably 20 years ago looking at this stuff, and I was the weird cousin. I was the crazy guy. Yeah. And people would say to me, and I never want to hear this ever again, Seamus. I never want to hear, oh, that'll never happen. Don't ever tell me, oh, that'll never happen.
Yeah, no.
Because, you know, they would say that to make it look crazy, like they were the sane ones. Well, now they're losing everything. Listen, Seamus, I can't stick around long. I've got a show to build, but there are 17 caucus members in the United Conservative Party of Alberta that have signed a document calling on Kennedy to remove the lockdowns. Kind of the leader of that is Drew Barnes, MLA for Medicine Hat, Cyprus. We've got him on to the 4th segment of American Rock Radio today. If anybody's interested.
Absolutely.
So, Seamus, keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate you, man. It's great. And if you've got more information that you want to come on and do a segment, you're always welcome on American Rock Radio. Just let me know.
Oh, I've got lots. Yeah, you and I haven't chatted in a bit. Anyway, great luck. Thanks for joining me.
You bet. Take care of yourself, and thanks for listening, everybody.
All right. Take good care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So really great. If you guys want to check out his stuff, that's awesome. He helped out a lot, raise, and hopefully we'll get together. I know I put again. I have a playlist of the shows that I did with Mike on there, and I can't remember what the first day was. June 30, April 21st. April 21st. So 2 days later, and I believe I said in that recording that it was a real police car. In fact, that might even be queued up there because I got pretty upset. Poor Mike. I did keep my vulgarity at I didn't swear, I don't think. Let's see what I said.
That stands out right away.
Right.
And obviously the police component of this, it was very disturbing. Like, how does this man have, and this is the thing that they're glazing over. It wasn't that he had just one brand new, and this is because it was brand new. Yep. And it, to me, I'm not going to call it a replica car. I like how they're calling that. Even the police will say it's identical in every single way, meaning that it was a police car.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a police engine, police everything.
Well, right down to the painted steel wheels with the plastic insert on the outside. That was the first thing about this that jumped out at me. All of a sudden, you get this press release from the RCMP saying that there's an identical cruiser. They've got a picture of it. And the only way that you can tell the difference is by the number on the back. There's no way that this guy could have built an exact replica RCMP car. It's not impossible, but I mean, just think about this. If you were going to do that, okay? What would you do? What would be your first course of action? Well, I mean, if you were going to do it with a modern vehicle, what they're driving today, so that they couldn't tell the difference. You'd have to get the exact make and model. You'd have to match the wheels. You'd have to match the inserts. You'd have to have a professional graphic artist design the decals. Then you'd have to have them put on professionally, and that is all illegal. Nobody would do that. In fact, they would probably report you just for asking. So this doesn't make sense. Go on.
Well, and it's not a replica car. This is not a Taurus that he just purchased off the lot and then changed it over. This is a police interceptor car. This is an actual police car. It has everything is identical about the car, and that was not his only police car. He had two.
Funny. It's almost a Karnak moment. Well, I think it will turn out to be true. 2 days in. You know how much shit we've gotten since then? And look at how they scurry. Where's my prop? I have to have I want the yard Jenga. I'll set it up there. They're falling. Scurrying, running, quitting, cowering, hiding under rocks. Bullshit. Bullshit. Let's finish out the global trash.
Tougher laws.
You know, we're going to put legislation forward around the police car for sure, but as a society, we have to really take it serious around anything to do with impersonating an officer and make a very, very strong statement that this is not okay.
Justice Minister and former RCMP officer Mark Fury says these are very serious incidents.
We are looking at how we can enhance and strengthen legislation to ensure that decommissioned police vehicles and police equipment are not used for illegal purposes.
The suspect was released on conditions to appear in court on March 24th. Jesse Thomas, Global News, Halifax.
Derp. Moving along. Okay, this is how current they can cite, but they can't tell you, they can't nothing. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. Moving along, RCMP Inspector Jeff Dowling, who is the officer in charge of BC RCMP Traffic Services Southeast District, added, quote, a complete review of traffic enforcement officers' electronic database police records combined with in-car video footage. I like blueberry jam. You get what I'm telling you? Blueberry has provided confirmation that the 4 reported traffic stops in the Lumbee area in mid-March were conducted by the highway. Oh, listen to what they. Oh, the highway patrol officer. Sorry? Oh, yeah. That's what they look like. That's what they look like. That's what they look like. It must be those highway patrol officers. Yeah. Yeah. Dowling said the 4 civilian complaints from the Lumbee area have been updated. Obviously, their website hasn't been updated. Oh, oops, that's the wrong one. I closed the other one or whatever. Their website hasn't been updated. Don't worry. I archive it. I love this stuff. I know you go through, but it's fine. We see it. We know it. This word gets out. You guys go and spread it because you're awesome. Meanwhile, police said the investigation of the Highway 33 police impersonation case on March 21st continues to be handled by the Midway RCMP, the very people who stopped them, with the oversight of the Southeast District team. Now, how much money have we wasted on all this? Again? Must be part of the 600 million over here. Global. You vomit shit bags. All of you taking money and lying. God's not going to reflect kindly upon liars. He doesn't like liars. Police say, frankly, if you don't believe that's in God, that's cool. Totally down. Let me make sure I'm not missing any messages here. I'd totally understand that. Everybody's in different places, believes different things. Nobody appreciates liars or incompetent people, especially if you pay them. And then they turn around and scare the shit out of you and destroy families permanently. God is working. God is working. I totally believe it. Why did it? Oh, yes, here we go. Police say in the incident, a white pickup truck with red and blue lights in the grille conducted traffic stop along Highway 33 between Rock Creek and Kelowna. The victim pulled over. Why? Because they trust you. Do you know what you're doing to that? Oh, that's right. Burning it! But then fled towards Kelowna, with the suspect following behind him for several kilometers before pulling off the highway. Now, I have no idea what that's all about. Be interesting to note. Let's move along to their globalist news, whatever, trash. They're all the same. All the same. Do you realize the papers that you read, the media that you own, the media that you watch, they're owned by the same people. Very small group. In my town, city of Calgary, three of the 4 newspapers are all owned by the same people. The articles in those papers, I've watched the progression over the years go from independence, somewhat, editor, you're always going to get bias, to then different spectrums, which I don't believe in anymore either, because that's just caused so that we fight with one another. Fake. But they would write different perspectives, different journalists. Finally, to the point where same journalists, same articles, different papers. And I've watched it go into not just from print media, but print media also extends into visual media. So television stations will actually use print articles from the same people. So it'll appear in multiple different places. And I'm like, why? And these are staff writers. So they're all doing the same thing. Project Mockingbird. I'm not going to get into it. Those of you who live down there, just remember the wolves story. Wolves. Propaganda. Conducted by who? Oh, that's right, your employees. On you to convince you of something else that isn't true. Sound familiar? You like the wheat and the willows or whatever the fuck weather girl and swimming boy are doing? Let's look at what they're doing over here now. Let's see. Congratulations, that's a federal offense. Police arrest man for impersonating who? Oh, not a Canadian, a U.S. Marshal. When? Oh, that's right. March 23rd, 2018. Because you know that those white cars are everywhere and the police are stopping everybody, these fake fucking policemen. Really? This journey for me was kind of a sidetrack from what I usually do, which is, I don't know, maybe somebody can describe it better. I'm not sure. I do a lot bigger issues than Nova Scotia, but this is big. And it's demonstrative of many of the things that I know. And I've watched and I've studied. And when I mean study, I mean fucking study. I don't study a little bit. I study, and I can prove it, terabytes of data a month. Terabytes. I go through a lot of information for years. I have familiarized myself with some of this. What is being conducted upon you and me and people I love and care about is horrendous. And people all over the world. Disgusting. Has to stop. This has to stop. Shit in, shit out. Terrible. This is not the way that you treat human beings, other human beings. Let's watch whatever trash that they're trying to cite now. From 2018 in Canada? No. Let's watch it after their fucking ad. I don't want to watch whatever this is. Blah. If I could cover it up, I would just put a giant thing over top of it. Actually, I could do like that. Don't need to watch their ads. It is. It is. And I see it. No, the second part, I'm not going to touch that, but okay. Now, but it is purposeful. I understand. Let's have a listen.
What's the story? Why are you carrying around a fake gun?
New police body camera video shows the moment 61-year-old John O'Grady lied to Boynton Beach police about his identity.
Are you a police officer?
I'm not. No.
Okay. All right.
What are you? A federal marshal.
In this video captured inside a Best Buy, you can hear the real police officers asking O'Grady for identification.
We gotta have an ID.
No.
But that's when the lies begin to unravel.
Handcuff me.
For what?
Until we figure out what's going on. You have a weapon. You have no ID on you.
It's not a real weapon.
You're carrying a fake weapon.
Yeah. And you're a federal marshal.
No. He's got a little badge. Are you not?
No.
Congratulations. You're impersonating a police officer. That's a federal offense.
Boynton Beach police say O'Grady was carrying a fake badge.
What does that say on it?
Marshal.
A U.S. Marshal's lapel pin, and a BB gun.
Members of the public don't know the difference, and someone's life could be at stake in that case.
Today, I stopped by O'Grady's home. While he had no comment, in the video, he tells police there's nothing wrong with impersonating a law enforcement officer in public.
No, I didn't know it was illegal.
Now, just because there's wingnuts out there, to which there always will be, does not mean this man had a toy badge and a toy gun. I don't know what the fuck he is, and he's totally loon ball. And funnily enough, who is it, the channel? I used to watch lots of this channel just so that I could try and find a real police car. Do you know how many I found? I found people with green lights and, I don't know, cardboard boxes. I never found that. Nothing even close to it. Not even close. Because people look at it and they hear the media, and the media tells you these things are everywhere. No, they're not. They even try and convince people a white car suddenly becomes a police car. Isn't it? It's the equipment inside. The sample list. The sample, the little taster of all of the shit that this car had. Tough book. Console. Even the stupid little, tiny little parts. Can you imagine how big the list is that actually is the real list on this car? And yes, it does sound like there were not one, but two cars. One has to wonder how a regular individual gets their hands on top secret shit and stuff you can't buy. I don't know. Seems kind of strange. Or is it? Probably the Occam razor explanation is a little bit better. So yeah, there's, what is it, the World Police Channel or something, I think it was, on YouTube. Somebody probably knows that. Anyway, they can't even tell you anything current and from this country. Just like I showed you. The articles don't exist. Quote, the impersonation of a police officer is a somewhat rare occurrence. Oh, okay, got to throw this word in here. This one, somewhat, you know? Somewhat. Because then it makes you feel like they're just hiding under rocks. They're everywhere. No, they're not. Corporal Jesse O'Donoghue. I'd love to sit down and ask Corporal Jesse O'Donoghue how many he's actually seen. Because I can probably guarantee you that would be a big fat 0. Non-existent. I'll be right up there with this 6.7 tons of gear. Want to see the incineration orders on that? Be a great ATIP request. All these things that they destroy, you can ATIP. Because there's an order that has to go in. See, I have a feeling ATIP request is going to get flooded. To which they always know how to do that properly because they flood it themselves, even on their own members. Rather disgusting. Members want to request their own medical files or whatever. You know what we'll do? We'll just get a whole bunch and then we'll cut the staff. And, you know, oops, sorry about that. And within 2 minutes, there was a fake Doris. Oh, no. Hi, Tara. Wonderful. Quote, if you suspect someone may be using or planning to use a real or replica police equipment, clothing, or memorabilia, somebody with tarnished some shit or something was talking about that a lot. No, oops. I think we kind of exposed some of that. Could get into it more, but hopefully they'll just kind of drift away into nothingness. To commit a crime, global like that person. Lots. Global. Globalist. Global. to commit a crime, please report it to your local police or Crime Stoppers. O'Donoghue added, quote, we care deeply about our communities we serve, and we are committed to sharing timely information in order to preserve public safety. We are now assessing process to see if there's any way we can help reduce public uncertainty. I'll tell you what, I've got a solution to this one. It's a real stretch. It's an intelligence leap unlike you've ever heard before. Do you know what? I think we should ban ghost cars and the use of them. How about that? Then we'll never have a problem, will we? Ban them. Gone. No more. No more. You don't need to hide, do you? You protect and serve. What was that? I think he said it. The communities we serve. Ban them. No more ghost cars. You know why? Because you fucked that one up. Sorry if you can't take care of it and do it right, and then you have the audacity to lie about it. Now you don't need them anymore because you're not big boy enough to fucking handle it. That's my solution. What do you think? No more. No more ghost cars. No more undercover crap. How about just policemen on the street in uniform doing their job like they should, locking up criminals? And if we have to go back to some old ways, well, so what? Bring back the lash. I like that one. Man playing traffic cop pulls over unmarked police car in 2017. Because it's current, don't you know? I think in university that almost is on the edge. If I recall correctly, I had to get out. I loved university learning, lifelong student. Had to get out because it's just too crazy there. They try to pump all kinds of garbage in your head you don't need. And I, was tired of putting people on academic review. So that was enough for me. But that would be a citation pretty close to old. Can't use it. It's not current enough. You couldn't use generally media anyways, which was an interesting thing. I don't know. Maybe there's something to be said for it.
I've spent the last 23 years.
I don't want to listen to your garbage. I'll look at your... How about we look at Indos? I like Indos. With the, digitally superimposed bullshit on here. Like this. Wrapping around, because that happens on all kinds of cars. My poor dog, he's getting upset. So am I. There you go. Look at that car. Doesn't it look the same? I'm looking at it. I got to grab my dog here in a second. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at this with this crap, which is fake. And I'm also looking at this. There seems to be a different. Ghost cats? Hello, buddy. Oh, he's a good friend. He's on a mission. He wants to make sure everybody is safe. I have a weird belief, but I said it a long time ago, way before this happened. Now, there's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. Do you see the difference? From 2017. And this is what Global can tell you they have. This is what the RCMP can tell you what they have. Because they're funded by the same people. Wow. Oh, I'm afraid of green cars now. Green cars! Let's get rid of them green cars. How about we just get rid of ghost cars? We don't need it anymore. Similar to many vehicles. Yeah, it looks like a Crown Victoria. Oh, and it had, what did it have? A police siren and a BB gun. Wow. Better phone in that emergency alert. Oh. Don't go to the crappy tire. And that's the conclusion of their wonderful, very informative article. Ban all Fords. Fuck you, man. This is bullshit, man. And if you can't see through it, I don't know what to say. I'm not calling people down. But it's just removing these blinders. The world becomes a lot clearer. There are people out there, sadly, who aren't good people. They seem to have risen to the top, not just in Canada, not just in corporate, globally, who seem to control almost all aspects of our lives, and then fill us full of shit, indoctrinate us into believing certain things. Fuck you. Sorry. No Dumbo here. And I know there's no Dumbos there. And I know that all of these people see through it. Well, almost. There's a few people in here who don't. Maybe playing for the wrong team. But that's okay. They're going to get their dues too. Remember, Jenga. Now, I think that's all I wanted to cover. Very glad that you could join us today. Thank you ever so much for all of your help and support. Can't thank you enough. Really great to have Mike on board and join us. And again, if you want to, there's lots of information there. I don't even know where we're at. Hundreds of hours. Probably nearing 500 hours. Maybe over that now. I don't know. Of information. So go back. Rewatch stuff. Go over to O'Dear's channel. Check it out. Check out the people down below. Sub to them. These people working hard. All of you are working hard. In here. Many people in the background. And of course the Discord, which I'm very happy to be a part of. So, we've got bigger and brighter things. Get your ass out down here. Please. Please. Just do it. We need you. We need you. You can take the day off work. You can take the, family down there. You can walk along. It's good to know that there's love in the air and people love and care about each other. And these people need to know that you love and care about them. Because if it's you in their shoes, you're going to want it too. Thank God for all of you. Please, God bless the families. Have a great day.